Hey everyone, back again for what's potentially going to be the last part of this Blade Runner playthrough. So, just going to kick off and load the last save game where I was in just leaving Early Q's nightclub. So I kind of got myself a little bit stuck a little bit at the end of the last playthrough, but I remembered in the intervening week or 2 weeks I think it's been, that I found this cheese that will sort of let me speak to the lady that runs the Kingston Kitchens again. And I think that'll probably open up a good part of the remainder of the game. So there's really not much left, to be honest, at this stage, because we're really sort of after the replicants at this point. That probably wasn't clear in the game. What I played of the game last time. But a couple of things I want to do before actually talking to her about the cheese is I want to just go back to the Yukon Hotel that was in Chinatown and have a look at the room, Leon's room. The guy that was threatening the hotel manager was actually Leon from the Blade Runner movie. So I'm going to have a quick look in that room again, because I think there is a clue that I missed there. If I can bloody find where I'm going. Right, here we go. There we go. I think we can check out this car as well. So anyone that's watched the other parts or knows the story of this will know that the plot is sort of thickening.
The was from a vendor I knew. Best lichen dogs in the 4th sector. That wasn't saying a whole lot, but with an arcade next door and a dozen nightclubs down the street, Mia and Murray's stand saw more action in a night than my spinster aunt saw all last century.
Right, so that's the clue that's meant to lead you to speak to the two, like, sort of the couple that's outside the arcade Hysteria Hall. But you can talk to them anyway, even without picking that up. But that's the clue that leads you to asking them about Lucy. Right.
Hey pal, you could have done something when that goon had me by the throat. Call the cops at least.
You're still walking and breathing, aren't you?
That ain't the point.
You scratch our back, we'll scratch yours.
Nice friggin' policy.
You don't like it? Get a permit somewhere else.
Lousy cops.
I wonder if I can speak to him about what's happening.
Down the hall on your left.
What?
You're a cop, right? Your buddies have already been here, room 27.
What were they doing here?
I don't ask a lot of questions when a badge is shoved in my face.
You have a big guy with a strange-looking mustache staying here? He worked at Howie Lee's around the corner.
I don't break a lot of bread with the class of people that pass through here. But if you want to look around, check out some rooms, be my guest.
Right. So just going to quickly check this guy's room again, because there is supposed to be... Yep. So that's a scale, potentially from a fish or a snake. So that's something that we can chat to the snake and the fish sales people in Anamoidro. Where the bloody hell have I parked my car? It's probably been clamped. Right, there we go. So I'm hoping to get this finished in this recording. I've got a feeling it might go. I've been trying to sort of aim for an hour, but I've got a feeling that this, if I do try and complete this, it might end up being over an hour. Let's go to the police station real quick. I want to see if I've got any... I think I might have a photo.
Main frame and shooting range.
A photo to analyze.
Scanning video disk. One enhanceable image found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database.
I have looked at that one. This is a new one.
Q's nightclub.
Yeah, so this is the disc. Just before Early Q bought the farm. I don't think I've ever actually looked at this one.
Where have I seen that before? Give me a hard copy of that.
Right, is that meant to be scorpions? That's obviously a tie to the Anemoid row. Like in the first video, I was sort of talking about how you can touch the scorpions and get killed by them potentially. Or you don't, and it might mean
Early,
that
you sick bastard. Give me a hard copy of that.
it points towards him being a replicant or not. So that's Lucy. So is this Dectura, or is this just some random coin? Yeah, not bad. Yeah. Never gets old. Right. Yeah, give me a hard copy of that, etc., etc. Anyway. So that's interesting. That's a photo I've never actually seen before. Yeah, why not?
Uploading personal clue database.
The mainframe confirmed what I'd already guessed. The car from Chinatown was the same vehicle that had smacked the hydrant at Runciter's. The car was registered to a Blake Williams. Problem was, there was no Blake Williams. Something about the name was familiar, but I couldn't place it. I was back to square one. The only lead I had left was that Williams had bought the vehicle from a used car lot in the 4th sector.
Okay, so that's another clue that points towards somewhere that I've already been. What's his face? Crazy Legs, Larry. Right, so now...
Laboratory.
So, Anemoid row. A couple of people we can speak to there now. Right, might as well speak to her since she's here.
Is this scale from a fish?
Same as other one. Not fish. Snake scale.
What other one?
Other police show me scale from same snake. I send him to Abdul Hassan.
How could you tell I was police?
Both of you walking around look confused, like you in wrong place.
So that's a reference to the Blade Runner film. And, oh god, it was... the name's Zora, I think? Basically the analogous replicant in that film to Dectura in this game. Where's... the guy's gone. Oh well. But yeah, so like in the film, Deckard finds what he thinks is a fish scale, shows it to that same woman, she tells him to speak to Hassan, and then I think there's like a serial number on the scale, which then leads Deckard to talk to Chen in DNA Row, or something along those lines, I think. No, I don't think he does speak to Chen. But anyway, it's like a clue that points him towards the snake dancer replicant in the film. And the TV, the news report that's in that room when you come out the lift before the Esper in the mainframe room, sometimes there's the news reporter tells like a news story about a replicant being gunned down, and that is Deckard killing Zora.
Any luck finding more of that dragonfly jewelry?
Ah, see, I was right. Piece you show me was part of a collection. bought for a nightclub in 4th Sector.
You know the name of the nightclub owner?
No, senor. But my friend, he says the man is not selling.
Thanks for your help. What happened to your scorpions?
So, new shipment next week if you like one.
Someone bought all of them?
See, a beautiful lady.
A beautiful lady who needed 100 scorpions?
What people like to do with them, I do not ask. It's much better to mind my own business.
Gotcha.
So again, stuff we already know. A little bit of backtracking. Apparently, you know, because I've been like having a look at the sly look at the guide.
Locked.
Oh, what? Bob. It's Bob that sells you the upgraded Kaya system for getting clues. But you can pick and choose what gets uploaded to the mainframe. So here she is. Let's talk
Mia
about
and
cheese.
Murray tell me you're using cheese in your stew. Real cheese.
Them old buzzards. What they know?
I could take a sample of that stew you're cooking back to the lab and have it tested.
Why you pick on Mama Isabella? I never do you no harm.
Where'd you get it?
My sister, she got connections.
Where can I find her?
She back in Jamaica, man. Far away from here. She send me cheese once, maybe twice a month. You know, funny thing you asking about the cheese. Last week, this ugly little man he run by, grab whole box of empty takeout cartons right off the counter. Police next door, they just laugh. Say the guy not be so happy when he opened them cartons.
What's that have to do with the cheese?
Cheese hidden in that box, man. Keeping it safe till I cook up a new batch. So how could I tell police to bring back box? They find cheese, they shut me down.
This guy who robbed you, what did he look like?
Short, real short. Bad clothes, colors way too bright. Funny bow tie. Maybe you look for this ugly little thief, yeah? I'm thinking you not really care about the cheese.
You're right, but I still think you ought to get yourself a different secret ingredient.
You bet, man. That cheese been nothing but trouble for Mama Isabella.
Thanks for your time.
Right, so that was Gordo she was on about nicking the cheese. Should be able to get a photo to analyze from...
Pour me one.
Just one?
One, but one good one.
Apparently there's a camera that she wasn't really forthcoming with much else, was she? No, nothing.
Thanks for your time.
Can't really see anything. And he just wants to sell me drinks. Where?
Locked.
Right. Well, I think if that's it, probably head back to Hysteria Hall and
Pour me one.
Just
the nightclub.
one?
One, but one good one.
See if Lucy or Dictura have appeared. So already it's sort of... I'm beginning to feel like I might not get this done in this video. You never know. Yeah, so there's these two folk here that hot dog points you towards, but then, like, I came here without finding that hot dog last video and just started chatting to them.
I found this wrapper.
Yeah, that's from one of our dogs.
Okay.
Be good, you two.
Right. So there's quite a few things that can happen, like, from this point onwards that basically dramatically affect the ending. Whether or not you choose to fight conf individuals or not. Stuck to crazy legs for a bit.
You sell a black sedan a few days ago?
Family type cars ain't my specialty. I can hook you up, though, if that's really what you want.
You sold this to a Blake Williams. I've seen the registration.
Oh, that sedan.
Blake Williams is a fake name.
You just never know about some people.
Did you forget to run a credit check?
He paid cash.
And people come in here and buy cars with cash every day.
In this neighborhood, every hour's more like it. Then again, I do have the best selection in town.
What'd this guy look like?
Nothing special. Beard, dark hair, had these eyes, kinda...
Piercing?
Yeah, pretty scary. But, heck, I never turn away a customer.
Yeah, sorry, I was just having a quick look at the guide to see what it's saying. And apparently the guy, the bartender, should just give you the security footage, but I don't know what's happening. But I think one of the things about this game is that you are, I think, supposed to go and check in with Guza at the police station. I think that might be what I'm doing wrong. But let's see if Dectora's appeared at early queues yet. I might have to go back and examine the photos.
The poison acted fast. He was dead before he hit the floor, and he'd taken his dirty little secrets with him. Someone had set him up, but my guess was that the bastard deserved it. Still, it was a hell of a way to go. I wondered if real scorpions could have killed that quickly. Early had the entire place wired. He even had cameras in the dressing rooms, and I bet the farm he was using them for more than security.
Right, just quickly head past this bar area. So she's gone. Oh, is this yeah, there we go. So this conversation, I might actually save it, to be honest. Conversation that you're about to have, or I'm about to have with Dectora, sort of apes the conversation that Harrison Ford
I didn't hear
has with Zora.
I just wanted to say, wow, you were awe-inspiring.
Well, thank you very much, Mr.
McCoy. Ray McCoy.
Is there something I can do for you, Mr. McCoy?
How'd you like working for Early Q?
He's always treated me very well.
Ever see him hanging out with any unsavory types?
We don't get many priests in here, if that's what you mean.
That's such an unusual belt. Is it antique?
They say it's from the last century. Those little creatures have always been my favorites.
Dragonflies?
Yes. And the whole class that contains them.
Tell you the truth, I'm from the LPD. I'd like to ask you a few questions if I could.
Is this about Early Q? Because I could tell you.
Did any other pieces come with the belt?
I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
Right, so I think this is one of the things that's going to determine whether or not I'm a replicant or a replicant sympathizer or a proper Blade Runner. Yeah, what
There's a little
else?
test I'd like you to take.
Do you think I'm a replicant?
Yes.
Is that what this is about? If it's Early Q, I'll help you any way you want.
Not exactly.
This is insane. I have a family, a daughter, for heaven's sake. Look, I'm willing to testify against Early Q. A replicant wouldn't do that, would it?
A replicant doesn't necessarily care about what happens to another replicant.
Then you must be a replicant.
I'm sure I'm not.
How do you know you're not a replicant? Did you ever take that test yourself?
Sure I did. Long time ago.
Don't replicants go around with false memories? Maybe somewhere along the line you killed a human, took his place, and your superiors don't even know about it.
Interesting idea. But I'm still gonna give you the test.
Right. So it turns out as well, from reading the guide, that you can actually calibrate it 3 times with, you know, each of the 3 difficulties of question. So I'm going to try doing that and then ask questions, and hopefully that'll get a positive ID from doing that. And just notice that, like, when she blinks in the screen here, you can actually see her eyeshadow. It's a nice touch.
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Where do you live?
I don't see why you need to know that.
What do you do for a living?
That's a stupid question.
Just calibrating the machine.
So the test hasn't started yet?
Not yet. What's your name?
Dektora?
Just Dektora?
Yes.
Yeah, so now I can't. Try that again. So now we start asking questions.
A man dressed in rags approaches you on the street and asks for money.
I'd give him some, if I had any to spare.
You're crying. Why is that?
I suppose I'm unhappy. Perhaps someone has died. I don't cry very often.
You suddenly feel the urge to commit suicide.
No, that's ridiculous. I wouldn't.
Your child comes home with a black eye.
I'd ask him who did it, and I'd call the boy's mother.
Like my briefcase?
Hmm?
Department issue. Baby hide. 100% genuine human baby hide.
That's horrible.
What do you think it's like to be a replicant?
How would I know? Scary, I suppose.
So far she's coming out human, which is a turn up for the books.
Describe in single words only the good things that come into your mind about your mother.
She did the best she could.
That's
Bloody
not
hell.
a single word.
All right. Aggressive. Powerful. Positive result. Subject is human. Test terminated.
Right, well that's never happened before. every single
Never
game.
seek to tell that
Huh.
love that never told can be. Poetry. Was running into a lot of that crap lately.
Every single time I've played this, she's ended up getting killed. Right, but that's interesting. Calibrating it 3 times seems to really work, though. Let's go. Right, I'm gonna save again. See if she's gone upstairs to that projector room. Because what's happened usually is that she's legged it up here to this projector room, gone and chased her. She's blinded you with the projector, and then while you're blinded, she kills you, basically. Or if you're fast enough, you can whip out your gun and shoot the thing, which ends up in her getting killed as well. But it's not happened. So let's head outside, I suppose. But that was interesting. I'm just going to have a quick look in here. Ah. So that was something that I read in the guide in the intervening weeks. That lighter that I just picked up, that was Gordo's, and basically the colour of the lighter determines whether or not he's a replicant or not, something along those lines. But also when he's up on that stage, depending on what questions he asks you, you can sort of tell whether or not he's a replicant or not, or it like hints towards that. Like, you know, like last week, he was standing outside, and you have to get the option of arresting him or shooting him. And you know, I shot him at first and ended up behind bars. But I think one of the questions that he asks is, "What if I were a replicant?" And basically, I think if he asks that question, then he's not a replicant. So I'm going to see if I can find Lucy now. There she is.
You're sick, Lucy.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Father told me to watch out for you.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Have you always lived on Terra?
Yes.
I always dreamed Terra would be so special and beautiful. Birds and flowers and trees and blue water. Like on the video. So different from everything on, well, where I was.
Can you take me to your father?
I don't think he'd like that. I don't know where he is, anyway.
Why'd they kill Runsitter's animals?
I didn't want them to. But Father, he was so angry. And Sadiq said Mr. Runsiter deserved it for treating me that way. It's so funny. I'm worth less than those animals. I guess I should hate them, but I don't.
So, all the animals were real?
Mr. Runsiter also used to buy some of the others.
Artificial.
He used to tell me that he was protected, that they came from somebody close to the source.
Who else was there that night?
Father and Uncle Zubin.
Right, so I think this is either warning her about Crystal or administering the Voight-Kampff test, which I think she runs away if you try and do that. But again, similar to Dictura, I think this determines the ending. I kind of feel like I'm on a roll with the Voight-Kampff, though. I'll do that.
I've got a test I want you to take.
But she'll peg it.
Help! Help! He
Yeah.
tried to touch me!
This a troublemaker? Put your hands on top of your head.
That's right. Ray McCoy, Rep Detect, BR 61661.
Never heard of you.
I report to Lieutenant Gouza. Call him.
I work for you? Let's go.
Where's your squad car?
Shut your mouth.
Which precinct are we going to?
I'll tell you which one.
This was no precinct house I'd ever been in, and I thought I'd been in them all. The grunt to my right had the beefy harness bull look down pat, and his twitchy partner in the suit looked like he was just itching to chainsaw a couple of kneecaps. Other than that, everything was hunky-dory.
Impersonating a police officer, huh? I guess the new Nexus models are a little more creative than the old ones.
I'm a Blade Runner. You don't believe me? Call Lieutenant Gouza.
There ain't no Gouza in the LPD.
Unless I've been walking around in a dream, there is.
That's what always bugs me. Yeah, the fact that these skin jobs always gotta live someone else's life.
No shit.
Just make the call, damn it.
You're just a piece of shit rep with memory implants of this Gouza guy, you understand?
That's impossible.
Rep ain't sounding so creative now, huh?
You want to avoid conf me? Be my guest.
Oh, very good. Very good. Very convincing. Where you been hiding? The Kipple? Gregorian bring you in? Who else is working that side of the pool these days?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What about that bastard selling all that stuff downtown?
Hey, shut your trap. I'll tell you something, McCoy. I don't even care how you go out. But I know you can feel pain. And on that account, I'm your man, see? You tell me about everyone you met through cars, and I'll guarantee you we'll go real easy.
Your breath smells like you wiped your ass with your teeth.
You're gonna wish you was neck-deep in an off-road reactor vessel by the time I get through with you. Fire up the chair, Holly. You know what I'm gonna come back as in my next life? A priest. There's something holy about how good I am at this.
Freeze! Don't even go for it!
You got any idea how glad I am to see you?
No time for chit-chat, Slim. You want to save your ass, we gotta blow this joint right now.
Yeah, so basically this story at this point takes a bit of a turn. This is where the whole are you, aren't you, a replicant or a sympathizer or a Blade Runner, you know what I mean, comes into it. I'm just going to quickly make a new save game at this point, in case I want to try doing this later, after I finish this playthrough and changing my options when it comes to Dictor and Lucy, just to see what happens in my own time. So I think now we just go back to where I was. I think this should be just downstairs from the nightclub.
What the hell took you so long?
Good thing you made your entrance when you did. They must have been phony cops hired by the reps for protection.
Cops, yes. Phony, no. I remembered Baker. He used to be an SID expert on coercive technique until he was fired from the force a couple of years ago.
A mercenary?
Bingo.
He won't have to worry about getting paid no more.
That girl, the one from the arcade, she's one of them.
You sure? I didn't get a chance to put her on the machine.
I've been sure since I heard about all those dead animals in Runster's shop. You should have whacked her when you had the chance.
Yeah, right in front of all the other children in the arcade. That would have been great publicity.
I bet she's still there, Slim. You coming or not?
Right behind you.
Just follow my lead, Slim.
There's civilians all over the place.
Yeah, they move pretty fast, don't they?
I'll take care of it. You just cover the exit.
Who's giving the orders around here?
This one's mine, Steele. I tracked it, I get the kill.
About time you strapped on some balls, Slim. Go for it.
Wasn't particularly wanting Lucy to get killed, to be honest, but What the I've put my gun away to see if that'll do anything. But I think you can warn her about Crystal. Oh, I fit the Oof.
I dreamed I had a dog and lived by a lake.
Easy money. You missed the boat this time, Slim.
Hope we were right about her.
I wouldn't worry about it. No matter how smart they make them, they just ain't smart enough.
What'd it say?
The last gasp. Something about a lake and trees. Maybe she'll see him in the next life.
You're cruel and unusual.
It's funny. Sometimes I actually feel bad for these poor Lolita models.
You do?
There ain't nothing in this world, even a skin job, who deserves to be sold into sexual slavery. That Tyrell is one sick dude.
Commerce is our business. It's around here somewhere.
Where'd you park it?
I'm telling you, it was right here. Damn thing must have been stolen.
Maybe you're living in an alternate reality, Slim.
Attention all units. All points bulletin has been issued for Ray McCoy, formerly BR61661. Confirmed one civilian kill. Ezo, considered armed and dangerous.
What the hell is that?
Maybe they just want to bring you in for questioning.
I didn't kill Ezo.
Maybe they think you're not what you think you are.
Are you saying I'm a rep? Come off it.
The look on your face after that last one? The minute you start to feel something for skin jobs, you're in big trouble.
Maybe I just got too much empathy.
In all the wrong places.
You want to put me on the machine?
Hey, I don't want anything, Slim. You're the one they want.
Detective Steele, BR61354, report to headquarters immediately. Code Blue.
What are you going to do? Take me in?
No matter what they say, you're not on my list yet, Slim. You know what that means. And there's no use juicing you if I can't make some honest chinion off it, you know?
I never appreciated your baser instincts so much.
Boozer must have messed up somehow. I'll check it out, see what's going on, and then... we'll be meeting again, Slim. You can bank on it.
You got a deal.
And get cracking before I change my mind.
Good God! Your old fogey stuff makes me want to spew. Excuse me, but I was listening to music. Geek, hoodlum, dork, freak.
There is someone at the door.
Speak.
I have a return package for Mr. Luther Lance.
A return? From where?
Emil Runsiter.
Maybe one of the chimps blew a gasket and tried to bugger him. They're not available. Come back later. Told you those strains were unstable. Runsiter must have discovered the fakes. Relax. Runsiter's a simp. Not even old man Tyrell could have spotted those beauties.
20th century like a real drug man.
Who the piss do you think you are, blasting in here like a couple of goddamn cowboys?
Gentlemen, take a moment to evaluate your situation.
Look, there's very little to steal here. If you can haul out one of the statues, be our guest.
We look like thieves to you, man?
No.
You look like a couple of goddamn...
Take a good, long look.
Aha! Just the people we were hoping to see, right, Lance?
Huh?
Nexus 6. And you came to us.
Return to you, my brothers, to ask your help.
Unfortunately, we don't work for the Tyrell Corporation anymore.
You've been continuing your research, I trust.
Yeah, of course. Something drives us on.
The common bond. Can you have greater miracles than these? Brothers, my brothers, take a good, long look.
Oh my God.
Well now, shall we begin?
You wake up one day and find it's all been a dream, or you wake up and discover you've been asleep all the time and the nightmare is real. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know who I was, a cop dangling on the short end of the stick, or a rep whose memory banks had run out. One thing I was sure of was that I didn't kill Izo. That I know I experienced. And this misinformation, maybe it was the key to everything that was happening. Maybe there was a lot more than what met my eye. All I had to do was stay alive long enough to find out.
Right. So not entirely happy with how that went down, to be honest. But again, that's something that I've never seen before. Lucy's always survived in previous games that I've played of this. And I find it a bit odd that there's even a question over how the story's developed, the sort of the hook that apparently I killed Izo. Because Crystal did that, quite blatantly, like in front of me. So, and then she's sitting there acting as if she's not sure of what the truth is, but she killed the guy that I'm being framed for. So basically this is the... Oh, fucking rats. So this is sort of like the... It becomes like a bit more actiony, this sort of area, so I'm trying to get through the sewers. Certain places if you go to, you'll just get like wiped out by the police. Or if you try going into Bullet Bob's shop, he'll just kill you straight away, because obviously like now everyone thinks you're a replicant. So basically this is just trying to... This part of the game is trying to prove your identity, whatever it might be. Oh, see you there. I didn't want to come here. Or maybe... Yeah, I'm just gonna see if I can maybe get something off Lucy's body. Yeah, I feel really quite bad about that. I was hoping to, like, because you sort of promise in one of the cutscenes that you're not gonna hurt her, and then bloody what's her face just shoots her. After I put my gun away as well, thinking that might do something, but yeah. I wonder if there was some way of saving her. I was trying to click on her as she was running around to see if I could instigate a conversation, but guess not. But really glad I made that save game, actually. This sort of scenario happens, like whatever happens with Dictora and Lucy, one way or the other. Like I was expecting, after I void comped Dictora, I was expecting her to...
The tunnel stretched for miles. I was sure it came out somewhere, but I didn't have time to find out.
I think she pulls a gun out on you, and then that cop shows up, and then you get the same cutscene. Just like a different way of ending up in this scenario. I've just noticed this bit of graffiti at the side here, CHUD. That stands for Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dweller. It's a reference to a film. Let's have a look.
I'd seen chairs like this one before, and not just in my recurring dental nightmares. It was an old-time LPD soothsayer, a torture device used to elicit confessions out of hardened criminals. Its use had been banned for 10 years now, but most cops knew it hadn't totally disappeared off the face of the earth.
So in the cutscene, immediately before this section of the game, pardon me, you saw Clovis and Sadiq speaking to, that's Luther and Lance, the twins, twins in a very literal sort of sense, as was evident in that cutscene. So they've been sort of working on the side, creating the replicant animals for Runciter, the ones that were killed at the start of the game, the state-of-the-art fakes that the laboratory guy tells you about right at the very start. The bit at the very end of that cutscene where he shows them the photograph and they sort of look at each other and they say, "Oh my god," that's them realizing that they're replicants. And it's kind of like, you know, you what do you mean you didn't realize that you were replicants? But well, I think they are hanging around down here somewhere as well. So there is a way that you can sort of get back onto the surface. I think these rooms in the sewers all usually have some way of getting onto one of the locations on the surface, and you can actually get back to your apartment, which is what I'm trying to do just now. Because I think that is required to advance the storyline somewhat. Is this it? I think so. Yep, here we go.
Your floor number, please.
So whatever happens here will determine the final ending as well when I go to my apartment room.
McCoy, 88F.
88. Thank you.
Where's Maggie? Where's my animal?
Step off, motherfucker. Ain't no Maggie here.
She was here last night when I left.
You got the wrong place, Jack.
Hey man, I live here.
I don't know what you're speed loading, and I really don't care.
Wait a minute.
I got no problem icing you if that's what you want, Jack.
Your floor number, please.
Right. So the plot thickens. But obviously, yeah, where's my dog? Where's Maggie? I'm just going to I'm going to maybe start doing a little bit of the old... Oh no, did I just overwrite my friggin... Well no, I suppose I've got that one. Okay, no worries. I think... Yeah, I think back in the sewers now. I was trying to think if there was anything else to do in the surface. But there's a bit coming up. That is a total pain in the arse. Similar, akin to that bloody bomb that was at Mirage's.
Hey, another one? Ain't you ever heard of private property?
Met this guy earlier on, if you remember. Jason Zubin. You can actually kill this guy, like when you first see him, and it does affect the storyline whether or not you confess to that or not. To Guza.
Hey, haven't I seen you somewhere before?
Always chasing. That your name? Chaser? Got that big dumb locks out the back of the sushi bar, remember?
Small world, ain't it?
Guess so. And again, I ain't the one standing in your living room.
You said another one when I came down the elevator.
Not a lot of people. Artificials.
How'd you know they were replicants?
Are you kidding? I can spot a skin job at 100 paces in the dark.
Describe them to me.
Sure you don't got that drink?
Maybe later.
Well, there's the Japanese guy with the coat and the glasses.
Skinny guy, blonde hair, ponytail?
Yeah, and the guy with the muscles and the funny hair.
Dreadlocks?
Right, I've seen him twice. And the two-headed guy, the fat man.
Fat man? The one I was chasing from the sushi bar.
Nah, the other fat man. You know him, rough voice, always eating.
Well, that's Guza he's on about.
How many times have you seen the fat man down here?
Bunch of times. Last time weren't that long ago.
What was he doing?
Collecting guns like always.
Handguns? A blaster like mine?
Handguns, rifles, a whole armful. Took 'em through that gate. Dumped 'em in the sewer. They're gone now. You sure you ain't got nothing to drink?
Can you describe him?
Yeah, rough guy. Barks out orders a lot. Everybody listens when he's around. A natural.
Let me ask you something.
Cooked it be. Damn tasty.
I'm talking to you here.
Bring the licking gun.
So you can get him a drink from the China bar on Anamoy Row. This is not it. So I've got a feeling that through this section on the right here is where the yes, I'm not going to do that just yet. Let's go back up this lift and see if I can get him a drink or so put more information. Oh, for that was weird. Yeah, so enemies like randomly appear down here. Usually rats. But that was a police guy. Just came along and shot me and then legged it. So gonna have to find my way to
McCoy, LPD.
Anamoy Row on foot. Am I? That's the Yukon Hotel. So what's this way? So I think, like down there's to the Bradbury. So was there a way to Anamoy Row? Oh, bloody hell. You can get to Runcers, couldn't you? Can't remember now. I might have to sort of exit the sewers near the apartment, and it might be near there. I couldn't see any way, any other exit from here. That's just into the Bradbury. Let's just back the way. To be honest, I don't know if I can be arsed getting this guy a drink. It's not really going to do much. No, let's just forget about it. Right, now I am going to save. Save here. Right, basically, a rat is going to appear. And I think you have to kill the rat as close to you as possible. Otherwise it... Fucker. Otherwise when you try and cross the plank, the plank breaks because of the weight of the pair of you, so you have to kill the rat. Right, that's not going to work. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Save that. Right. So this is where the lads are hanging out. Lutheran.
That sucks.
Huh? Lutheran Lance, proper Bell.
Dump a copy of all the data in this directory to Drive D.
That's cool. I was keeping an eye out for more of that. I'm not exactly sure what that does, to be honest. But let's see what's upstairs. Oh, okay. Right. This thing. Are they not supposed to be... I think they're supposed to be sitting there in that chair. Uh-huh. Okay. Nope. There we go. Or probably just in the toilet. Nice big CRT monitor they've got there.
No, we tried that already. Look, we know that the adenine thymine and guanine cytosine sequences can be mutated in progress. Let's move on. Hey, it's about time you showed up.
You know who I am?
Detective Ray McCoy. You're investigating Miraji's death. And Eisendoller's. Having any luck?
You're Luther and Lance?
Hell of a smart cookie there. Take your guns and your violence elsewhere. We've got important work to do.
The reps that killed Marcus and Miraji, they'll be looking for you.
You're a little late, Detective. They've already found us.
So why are you still walking around?
'Cause we're all part of the same suit of cards, you know what I mean? Eldon makes mistakes just like any other human. The difference is the old bastard doesn't like to admit it. No, he covers them up, pretends they're human, gives them a job at a stinking corporation, and then when they actually produce original work, he boots them out on the street.
You're saying you're replicants?
We finally figured it out. Clovis helped us see the light.
But that's ridiculous. Tyrell wouldn't design something like you. He wants perfection.
I told you we were a mistake.
Keep talking.
Clovis showed us our incept photos.
So what?
That's a pretty damn good argument, you gotta admit.
Photos can be doctored. It's not proof.
Clovis said you'd say that.
Avoid them, yeah.
What are you doing down here?
Eldon shafted us, so now we're returning the favor. We promised Clovis we'd be finished with this by the time he got back, so if you don't mind.
Tyrell says the 4-year lifespan can't be extended.
Of course he's gonna say that, but he's wrong. Very wrong. We got the research right here that'll prove it.
Is it complete? Could you extend the life of a replicant right now?
Well, no. The 4-year limit is an integral part of every element of the replicant. Tyrell's dictate was that every body part would fail, and only the designers of each would know exactly how it worked.
Clovis has already unlocked the secret of the skin. That was Miraji.
Sebastian and Chu, they'd know about the central nervous system and the eyes. A lot of retrograde viruses were built into the eyes.
And Tyrell, he's got the basic DNA pattern information, but he won't just give it up.
Did you tell Clovis all this?
He didn't ask, he already knew. He knows all about you, too.
Where's Clovis now?
Gone to have a little heart-to-heart with Eldon.
He'll kill Tyrell, if he gets to him.
Isn't that just too bad?
I won't shed any tears. Tyrell is killing us all. 4 years isn't enough, is it?
If Clovis snaps his neck, it'll be merciful and quick. That's a hell of a lot more than we've been given.
Clovis set me up, didn't he? And he used my boss to do it.
He's sharp, this one.
No question.
Tell me what you know.
How about we trade?
Our life for yours.
Keep talking.
Clovis has gone to see Eldon.
But he might not make it.
Still, the work will go on, with or without Clovis. Get us Tyrell's files, the rest of the DNA data, and we'll help you.
You want me to break into the Tyrell building for you? You're nuts.
Defective, yes. Nuts, no. You need us, McCoy. We can serve up Goose's carcass on a big, oversized platter.
What kind of deal did you have going with Runciter?
Don't talk to me about it. That was Lance's stupid deal.
We just wanted to make some extra cash on the side.
That probably had something to do with you guys getting fired.
I'm sure he wasn't too pleased.
Since Eldon's such a pain-in-the-ass control freak.
Did you meet Clovis through Runciter?
It was all just a coincidence.
I got a little test I want you to take.
Believe this clown? He wants to void Confus.
Sorry, McCoy. Shoot us or leave us alone. Let's get back to work.
So you can actually...
Just a moment of your time.
Oh, shit.
Please.
I am sick and tired of people waving those things around. Just give it up. You got no jurisdiction down here.
Right, didn't mean to do that. Right. So, yeah, so obviously they were under the impression that they were natural, being conjoined twins. But in that cutscene that you, like I was saying, you saw them being shown the incept photos, which is like the information of like the creation of the replicants. But like that would have been like a massive secret for these guys to be created like that. You know, obviously replicants, people that would have worked on their creation, but then they're given the job in Tyrell facility. Yeah, so it's quite sort of like an intriguing kind of idea. These two guys, and obviously you don't until that cutscene. There's references to Luther and Lance, the twins, but not like the actual nature of them. But basically now I've got to go up to the Tyrell. Oh, no, here. Yeah, this one. Oh, they're gone. The Tyrell Corporation facility that was up here to get some information. I think from Tyrell's office. I think it's... Oh, for fuck! Damn! Shit house. Oh, I can't be here speaking to them again. Did I get that?
Dump a copy of all the data in this directory to Drive D.
I'm going to save here, and I'm going to see if I can do anything in the Tyrell building before I speak to them.
Well, hey, stop!
Right, so that's interesting. And here they are.
No, we tried that already. Look, we know that the adenine thymine and guanine cytosine sequences can be mutated in progress.
Sorry about that.
Let's
I'm trying
move
to
on.
figure out a way to skip
about time you
conversation.
showed up.
You know who I am?
Detective Ray McCoy. You're investigating Miraji's death. And Eisen having...
You're Luther
Oh, there we go.
and Lamb.
Hell of a take.
Right, okay.
The reps.
You're so hell that you're...
But that's ridiculous.
Clovis. That's a... Clovis said you'd say that.
Okay, I've got a cat walking around the desk. Just pour a paw in my drink. Come on, come here. Come here. Right.
What do you do? Tyrell, is it?
Well, Tyrell's a long time.
Did you
eat it?
Where's Clovis now?
Gone to hell.
He'll kill.
If
Clovis.
no,
I'll keep talking.
But get us. You need us, McCoy. We can serve up Goose's carcass on a big, oversized platter.
What kind
Right.
of?
Don't we?
Did you meet?
Right, so I got the stuff already, so I can trade.
think I got what you wanted from Tyrell's office.
That's
Check
quite
it out,
interesting,
bro.
actually.
The little man with the big gun did good.
A bargain's a bargain. You said you'd give me Guza.
It's all right here. Your boss is a real piece of work, let me tell you. Almost as good as Tyrell. Take a look.
That probably had something to do with you guys getting fired. Guza had his fingers in as many rancid pies as possible. He was insatiable. He sold police equipment, ripped off criminals, and he even killed. And here were documents that proved it all. Depositions, photographs, video discs. It was the complete file on Guza, the dirty cop. Where'd you get this?
From Clovis. He told us to hold it for him. Come to think of it, I'm not sure you're supposed to see it. You want to give it back now?
Not a chance.
Let him have it. Clovis said he was finished with the policeman anyway.
A little light started to flicker in my brain. Guza was the one measuring me for the frame. When my stomach stopped churning, I realized I had everything I needed to force the bastard to play ball with me. I knew that he would listen to reason, if applied with serious pressure. All I needed to do was call him. I got a little test I want.
Let's...
That sucks.
Right. Gonna save. Quite interesting, you can just like walk into Tyrell's building and just nick stuff that you don't even know what it is, and then turns out to be useful. So I know that there's a phone in that nightclub, the one that Gordo was at. What was through there? That was the... like the big sort of vat that was through there. This guy again. He has to walk all the way down the stairs. Fuck off. Right. What the hell was that? Oh, rat. I'm sure you can get across that way.
No way through here.
So I'll be using up all my bullets that I bought off Bob. But there is like a third type of ammunition, I'm pretty sure. Yep, so if I head through here and then up these steps, I can get to that nightclub and use the phone.
Yeah.
Been messing with people's lives lately?
McCoy, where the hell you been? We've been looking all over for you.
Yeah? Am I wanted dead or alive?
You don't know what you are, kid.
You can sell that replicant shit to everybody else, but I ain't buying.
If you're so clean, let's put you on the machine. That'll decide once and for all.
I'm through listening, Guza. Now it's your turn. I've been doing some investigating on my own. Came across some prime sources. You know what I'm talking about. Those little illegal weapons deals with Ezo. You were raking in the chinion, selling LPD wares to scumbags and reps. Oh yeah, the department's gonna eat it up when they hear just how deep that corruption goes.
That's a load of crap.
Let's hope for your sake Bryant and the brass feel that way when I lay this file on them. Otherwise it's a one-way ticket to the off-world penal colony, fat man.
What do you want, McCoy?
Remove the frame, clear my name, and get that guy out of my apartment. I want my life back.
I can't do that.
You better start finding a way, 'cause I got another call to make.
Okay. How do we work this out? We can't talk over the damn phone.
The sewers. I know you want to be comfortable, and I figure it's kind of like your second home down there. The bottom of the old elevator, there's a gate. Past it, there's a chamber. It's got a round platform.
Yeah, I know it.
Be there, alone. You better hold up your end, or Bryant gets it all.
Right, so all the way back. So there's not really much left of the game after this happens. Obviously you've got to have a bit of a showdown with Clovis. Sadiq still going about. The fuck is that? Is that, that looks like the wifey from Kingston Kitchens. The hell? I'm a little bit perturbed by that, to be honest. But there's all these folk running about the sewers, having a great old time. Right, options, save.
Did you get that asshole out of my apartment?
It's cleaner than when you left it.
My dog?
Yeah, your pooch is there too.
That everything I need to clear me?
I gotta tell you, kid, those inset photos look pretty real.
Let me guess. Clovis gave them to you.
It must seem pretty gullible, but he sounded on the level. He called you his brother. Said you came down in the moon bus with all of them. He said Tyrell was using you to get inside the LPD. You hadn't been on the job too long, so I thought, maybe.
You'd screw with my head? How convenient. You could satisfy your blackmailer. and keep me from sniffing around your dirty work at the same time.
You're too smart for me, kid. Water under the bridge. You ready to talk trade?
I got it all right here. Photos, files, discs, the works. It ain't a pretty sight.
You can't blame a guy for trying to better himself.
Trying is one thing. Ripping off speed loaders and selling the shit yourself? Farming out LPD weapons through black marketeers? Torching two pimps who wouldn't pay you off when you were working Vice?
Hey, those two had it coming.
How long did you think it could last?
It finally reaches the point where you don't even think about what happened yesterday. Only what's coming to you tomorrow. 20 years in the job, kid, and nobody was gonna touch me.
Helping reps also part of the job?
I was gonna whack them myself once the heat was off. Tie up those loose ends.
Once I was out of the way.
Clovis is still gonna come gunning for me, kid. You and Chris gotta take him down. Then my problems are over. Our problems are over. And we can all live happily ever after.
Yeah, I wish I could go back. I didn't do EZO, but I'm pretty sure I retired a human a while back.
Jesus, McCoy, you know what a bind that puts me in? I thought we could help each other out. Now, shit, there's no turning back.
Just give me the goddamn briefcase.
What the hell good are you now? You're still gonna have to stand trial. You're still gonna have to go on the machine. You got nothing to trade, kid. It's over.
I'll be the one to decide that, fat man.
I see we were right to follow him, Sadiq.
Looks that way, man.
You might as well give it up, Clovis. You and your people don't have a chance.
We stand a greater chance of success than you, Lieutenant.
McCoy and I were just talking about how to get you guys out of your jam. We came up with a plan. But you gotta show yourself first. We gotta do this in person.
And if I told you that Sadiq has a pulse rifle trained right at your heart?
Without me, you for sure ain't going nowhere.
Lieutenant, we have everything we need. And that doesn't include you.
Too bad we were becoming such good friends.
Whatever is born of mortal birth must be consumed with the earth. To rise from generation free, then what have I to do with thee?
Kiss my ass!
So, what shall we do with this detective? He's been so persistent.
Right, out there. When did I retire a human? Unless it means that, no, because I didn't kill that police officer that was running around the sewers, did I? Yeah. Yeah, I don't get that. But anyway, I think there should be another path opened up in the sewer now. Or maybe I go back to my apartment, but we'll have a look around. Yeah, there's like a... What is that? It's like a zombie or something going around the sewers. Maybe it's a Chud. I think Chud was set in New York though, wasn't it? I'm not sure. But anyway.
Tough day, McCoy.
You could say that.
Steele is looking for you, and Bryant. You've been keeping the whole department hopping, you and Guza.
I know. You looking for me too, Gaff?
Looking, not killing. I'm in a good mood today. You know, you got some interesting neighbors, McCoy.
Yeah, well, I've been too busy to visit lately.
You gonna turn yourself in?
I'm thinking about it.
Think hard. You killed anyone yet? It's like I said before. You retire a human, your career is over. Your life too, maybe. But we don't live forever, do we?
So I say, well, you should have voted for him then.
Very good. Very funny, yes. Governor, let's get down to business. At last estimate, 5 billion tons of kipple surround this city. Eventually, it's going to have to be cleared away.
Elgin, we've got specials to do that job.
But the attrition rate is enormous. No. There's only one way it can be accomplished. My way.
Unfortunately, your way is illegal.
For the moment, yes. The laws can be changed. And if replicants were allowed to work on Earth, imagine what your legacy would be. Governor Maurice Colvig, the national hero who eliminated toxic debris. Even your opponents will vote for you.
How can you possibly guarantee that no tragedies will occur?
It's a very simple solution to an old design challenge. Give them jobs on Earth, and they will never desire a different life.
That is a lie.
Who's there?
It's one of my children, I think, and a very resourceful one at that. Why don't you show yourself?
With pleasure.
Call security.
Who is this man?
I'd like to ask the same question.
One more word from him, and he'll be dead.
I will not be spoken to!
You're certainly a man of your word.
I want all the data you have on replicant DNA structures, the mutation studies, everything.
Why don't you just take a seat? We'll have a little talk.
I don't have time for talk.
I wish I could help you. I really do. But the data is useless. The 4-year lifespan is unalterable.
My friends, my family, dying before my very eyes, and all you can say is, there is no hope.
Time is precious, my son, and you have been keeping yours well.
And when night comes, I'll go to place fit for woe, walking along the darkened valley with silent melancholy.
I would prefer him alive if possible. Not exactly the conclusion I had in mind. Have you stationed guards in the mezzanine?
Yes, sir, but, I mean, after that fall...
Oh, don't be a fool. He's not dead yet. His time hasn't come.
Maggie! Come here, girl.
Still no dog.
Pick up.
Where you been, Slim? The boys told me you were kicked hours ago.
My dog is still missing.
Cut the crap about the dog, okay? I got something that'll really rev your engine.
I'm all ears.
I got a line on where the skin jobs are holing up.
Not the Yukon?
Yesterday's news. Remember Gaff was talking about that moon bus massacre? I found out where they crash landed it. If 5 will get you 10, they'll be licking their wounds there.
Excellent. Where do we go?
We? How about moi? Here's a hint, Slim. It's way the shit out there in the kipple. Way, way out.
How are they getting into the city?
They've been accessing through an old sewer tunnel.
We gonna air out the reps together, or what?
I'm liking your style more and more. But first come, first serve. I share my bonuses with nobody. See you on the other side, Slim.
Right. Where's Maggie, though? Where's Maggie?
Your floor number, please. Destination
Off.
locked. Your floor number, please.
So where the hell... Right, I'm gonna save because I did read... Yeah, might as well. that you can get into the police station, sure, can't you? Yeah, there is. Right, and then because I've got the evidence on me that I'm not a replicant, there should be some sort of dialogue here. With
Locked.
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe I had to do that when... No, but did I just... But after speaking with Gaff, did I enter the apartment automatically? I didn't really get a choice to go off screen, did I? Oh, whatever. Close to the end now. So I think I might just like speed through this last bit.
No way through here.
That's Crazy Legs. Larry's place. Oh. Not entirely sure where I'm going, to be honest. I have to admit. Doesn't seem to be up that way. I'm sure that part of the sewer is supposed to extend, that sort of crossroads. But I'm not sure if it does it on its own.
No way through here. So we're just quickly consulting the guide there. It mentions some sort of fog room. So climb the stairs and head straight to the kibble. Head to the right. Head up into the fog room. Right, so this must be the fog room then. Right, save, and... Here she is.
About time you got here.
If I was a Nexus 6, you'd be dead.
No, you'd be dead. I heard you stumbling around back there 10 minutes ago.
I got a little hung up. Where's the moon bus?
Real close. You ready to take care of business?
Hell yeah.
There's gonna be a hot time in the old town tonight.
I'm thinking of changing jobs.
I don't like it. Smells like ambush territory.
Oh, there's a tripwire there. Oh.
Always hated close spaces.
Hold on. I'll get an ambulance out here.
Oh, I screwed the pooch this time, Slim. Promise. You'll waste Clovis. Taught you pretty well, didn't I?
Huh. Okay. So I could have saved her, to be honest. I don't really care. Yeah, I'm sort of like in two minds about what happened with Lucy. Yeah. So, yeah. I'm not particularly feeling bad about that. The music sort of played there to sort of perhaps indicate it was a sad moment, but she's like a total bitch, like the whole game. Like, let's just continue on.
Maggie! Come here, girl, come on!
Right.
Here you go, baby. Dinner time.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, God. No.
You like my present, Ma?
You bastard! She was an innocent!
She a fake, Ma. A machine, like you. Tyrell, you make her more doggy than dog, you know?
That's a lie!
You don't remember it, I'm thinking. None of it. Them false memories. They really worked you good.
Come on out and show yourself, you coward!
Right. Yeah. So it doesn't really end well for Maggie, regardless what happens. If you're basically, it's sort of like the indicator of what path you're on. When you enter his apartment, if the guy is standing there with a shotgun and Maggie's like gone, that sort of indicates you're on this path here to sort of be a real Blade Runner. Maggie can be in the apartment and there could be no guy with a shotgun when you go back after you've been framed, but Maggie will be dead, and it's implied that Crystal killed her because one of her cigarettes will be in the ashtray. So yeah, so like regardless of what happens, Maggie gets killed, unfortunately, but I managed to take Sadiq down for that.
Nothing else there.
So this is the famous moon bus.
I've been expecting you.
They're all dead. You're the last one.
I wish I could just leave. Just power up this ship and fly away. But there's nowhere else to go. And no more time.
You want me to feel sorry for you. But after what you did to Maggie, no way.
And what about you, Ray McCoy? After what you did to my family, to my friends, do you not also seek forgiveness?
I don't need to.
I thought I could cheat my destiny. I should have cherished what little time I had instead of wasting even one precious minute on revenge. My hands are labored day and night, and ease comes never in my sight. My wife There's no indulgence given except what comes to her from heaven. We eat little, we drink less. This earth breeds not our happiness. Another sun feeds our life streams. We are not warmed with thy beams. Thou measurest not the time to me, nor yet the space.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
My mind is not with
I never did like poetry.
Get on with it, bloody hell. Hardly.
Waste.
Hardly Burns, was it? So yeah, so you can wait for him to talk and he dies naturally, but I just couldn't be arsed. Is that the exit?
I see Steele
There we go.
didn't make it.
I could have used you about 10 minutes ago.
You didn't need any help, McCoy. Chief Bryant wants to talk to you. He says you're really ready now.
It never ends, does it?
You're a real Blade Runner now. Full retirement bonuses and everything. You've done a man's job, sir.
How come I don't feel good about it?
Who knows? Buy yourself another animal, maybe. A real one, not a Tyrell fake.
She wasn't fake.
Whatever you want to believe, McCoy.
Right. So that's the end of Blade Runner, or that playthrough anyway, and that series of events leading to that particular ending. So as well as being either a replicant or replicant sympathizer and escaping with them on the moon bus, you can actually just leave the city as well, apparently. I've never seen that ending. But I'm not going to bother sitting through all the credits. I just want to say thanks very much if you've sat through all 4 of these videos, and I hope you found it interesting. If you're either interested in this sort of genre of game or interested in the Blade Runner universe in general. Like I was sort of saying at the very start in the very first video, this game's not actually available on GOG or Steam or Green Man Gaming or anything like that. So I think you would probably have to find it on Abandonware or try and find the original discs on eBay somewhere if you were actually want to play it yourself. But I think there are plenty of other playthroughs as well that are probably better than mine on YouTube, and have a look at those and see all the different options, different perhaps better analysis of the events in the game. Because mine was a little bit higgledy-piggledy in places, but regardless, thank you very much for watching. I've actually had quite a lot of fun doing this, and maybe see about doing Emperor Battle for Dune in the next video. Okay, thank you very much. Goodbye.